We have some warm weather on the way, but also some cold weather. Hello, I'm Philip Duncan. Thanks for joining us. It's a spring forecast, if ever I saw one. Our third cold front in the first 5 days of this month is on the way, but we've also got high pressure, and in the forecast next week, some areas will have subtropical breezes. So it is a classic spring forecast where it's really messy. So let's try and make sense of it. We'll kick off with the wind map for Thursday. Pretty straightforward today. We have a southwest flow and it runs just nicely parallel to much of our coastline. That means you end up with showers clipping Banks Peninsula and showers clipping Waited Upper, but it's sunny and dry in Christchurch and Wellington. So we've got a setup where showery weather is mostly on the outer edges, but some of them will be coming in, western sides of the North Island in particular, a little more exposed to getting a couple of showers under that southwest flow. Now, a cold night tonight. Most places are colder than average tonight because of that southwest flow, but look at the setup for Friday. There's a real change, and it's this west to northwest wind. That's going to push your temperatures up in the South Island. Places that were single digits and had snow nearby the other day have highs in the late teens and even the early 20s as we get to Saturday in the South Island. Now, it's still a little bit cooler in the North Island, still have a southwest flow, but even that, track the origins of it, you curve around and you end up in Australia. So that's not a very cold sou'wester even for the top of New Zealand. But the warmest weather is in the south. That will slowly move northwards on Friday and across Saturday as well. So Saturday, there's that cold front number 3 so far this month. That moves up the South Island. It brings a few snow flurries to the mountains and ranges, brings a temperature drop, and it moves into the North Island around lunchtime and then across Saturday itself. So Saturday is actually mild to begin with in the North Island. Your turn to get the nor'westers, but around the middle of the day that cold front comes in and moves northwards. Also it weakens and falls apart and slows down as it moves into the upper North Island at the end of the day. And so most places have a cool down by the end of Saturday. And on Sunday that cooler weather is blowing through. In fact, it's coming through around the eastern North Island as a sou'easter. Might be a few showers lingering there. Some wet weather mostly offshore. It should be a sunny day in many regions, or at least dry, but a little bit of a fine line in some places on Sunday. Let's go to next week. Monday kicks off a little unsettled. We've got the leftovers of that system and a small low trying to deepen. Now, I wouldn't lock this in just yet. The models are a little bit complicated about what is going on at the start of next week, but we do see as we get to Tuesday, it does still look a little unsettled. Some areas, you've got mild subtropical winds up here, but a little bit of rain. You've got further south a northeasterly going around that high, and potentially a nor'wester for some areas, but also in saying that there's a little bit of a disturbance down here that could come into the lower South Island. So I think next week, still not quite locked in, but it doesn't look at this stage like it'll be as cold as the week we've just had. That's all from me. We'll update you again on Friday with the latest, yes, as we head into the weekend. That's all from me.